Hello, my crafty peeps. It's Cheyenne from PixieCrafter.com. Welcome to Scrapbook Saturday. And we're going to be doing a Christmas layout today. This is Christmas of 2011. My God, it's been so long. I'm so far behind on my scrapbooking. Oh, I've got some Christmas papers. Some of them are from eons ago, 6x6 pack from Michaels, and the Echo Park one is a new one that I got from Simon Says Stamp, so feel free to check out the haul video from the previous Tuesday and you will see that up close and personal. And now you're just seeing me go through and just kind of try to figure out what I'm doing. I did go through the little 6x6 packs to decide which papers that I was really wanting to use in this layout and the ones that I was really drawn to. And so I'm just trying to, all right, what colors do I need to mat it behind? You know, all the normal stuff that you would normally do when scrapbooking a layout. And I decide the lime green color. It really plays off of my son's footy pajamas that he's wearing. So I wanted to kind of bring that out. And you know, green is kind of a Christmas color. So I felt it all worked. Now you'll notice in my larger photos there is a little bit of filter action going on. I used Lightroom, Photoshop Lightroom, to go ahead and do like a vignette and a put on some filters. I can't remember which ones exactly. I just, you know, kept fiddling with it until the pictures looked right. So they kind of have this modern vintage feel, I guess. And you'll see. All right, so I've got one page with the two big pictures, and I've got a whole bunch of 3x4s that I'm just going to do a grid pattern on. And I'm just trying to, again, figure out the layout. I know I'm going to be doing some mixed media, some spritzing, something on the background. So I want to make sure I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil and just outline where everything is going to be, just so it's really lovely. And you can see that green piece of cardstock. It's from my stash. God knows where it's from or when it's from or whatever. I just liked the green. I thought it worked out, and it is a Christmas, from something Christmas. I know that for sure because it was separated into my Christmas pages. I've been into ripping my papers lately, so I love that mistletoe cardstock there, the designer series paper, the pattern paper, whatever you want to call it. So it's just so pretty. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a whole bunch of layers of ripping the paper and just getting everything layered up so I can start to make my little clusters. And this little one with all of these like to and from and different tags. So I'm just picking out the tags that I think would look cute, you know, spread out throughout my layout. I am going to use one of the to and froms because this is, you know, my kiddo, he's opening his presents on Christmas morning, so thought that would work out very well. And oh, look at all of those layers of paper. I love it. It's so cute. And the script paper there, it's such a fun paper. It's got so much holiday goodness and messages on it. It really makes me happy. Okay, now I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do on the background. So I grabbed some of my Christmas stamps, and these are from, you know, various companies. This was before I started doing YouTube and thinking, I should probably, you know, make sure I know who and what all of these products are from. So you can see me trying out a whole bunch of different stamp sets, and, you know, none of them I'm really feeling, you know, I don't think they're going to work out. So I grab my distress inks, you know, because you can never go wrong with distress inks. So I've got fired brick there, and I'm smushing some on. There's no rhyme or reason for this. I just want it to kind of add a little bit of color to the background, and just, it's smushy, it's messy, and it's kind of horrible, but that's the look I want right now. Don't worry, it's going to be better. And then I grabbed a mister that I went ahead and DIY'd myself. So it's got water, fired brick reinker, and some gold perfect pearls pigment in it. So it's really nice. It's got a nice shimmer to it, and it's very holiday and very happy. So yeah, I went ahead, I did that, I sprayed it on. It kind of, blurred all of that grungy, not blended inking that I had done with the fired brick. And you see how I spritzed some water on there, like I got some water droplets because, Distress ink is water reactive. Well, it's not when you mix water to make your mister. It's already reacted. It's not going to do anything. And I temporarily forgot that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make my own. So I grab my gorgeous grunge stamp set from Stampin' Up! And we're just going to go ahead and use some fired brick, some craft white, and some black soot to go ahead and make some splatters on here. I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm using a 12 by 12 cardstock, very vanilla, no, Whisper White from Stampin' Up! So that's what our little base is today. Now, last step after I get all of these little paint splatter stamps going on is I'm going to take the Black Soot Distress Stain, which you can get right now at Michael's in a trio with Spice Marmalade and one of the purples. It might be Seedless Preserves, I'm not sure. And I'm just going to take and get that splattered all over there too, because more is more when it comes to mixed media, right? Right, just go with me on this one. I don't know if you can hear it, but it started to rain here. Lots of rain. It's banging against my window. And the rain, rain, rain came down, down, down. And don't forget to add your DIY Pearl Mist because more is more, remember? So we've got all of that nice shimmer. We've got gold shimmer. We've got pearl shimmer. And it's fabulous because it's Christmas. And take your Stampin' Up! Heat tool and go ahead and dry that off so that you can hurry up and move on to the next step. I love the extra depth and dimension that gives us, that little extra splotchy texture. It's going to be really great when we cover it all up with paper and photos. So now it's time to layer everything back together and just kind of start adhering stuff that we know we want, that I know I want. I know I want all those pictures in a grid, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down with the ATG gun. Love the ATG. It goes on forever before you have to redo it, and it's wonderful. And because I'm not sure if I'm going to be layering anything behind these photos, I'm going to go ahead and just adhere the center, just in case I want to pop something up behind them. And with my layering pieces, my little torn pieces of pattern paper, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the ones that I know that I'm just going to keep like that, and I'm using my Scotch tacky glue. Oh, I love this stuff. I really do. It's so quick drying. I'm not sure why they changed the name of it. It used to be the Scotch quick dry adhesive, but now it's just the tacky glue, and it really is good stuff. Love it. Now, a lot of scrapbooking is just about continuing to add layers, like filling it in till it feels right and full, like anchoring everything and just adding things that make you happy. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's whatever you want to use on your layout to tell your story, because let's not forget that's what you're doing. You're telling a story. You're telling your story. And so it doesn't have to work for anybody else but you. And you could, maybe tell that I really dress up when I'm scrapbooking, torn t-shirts and everything. Yeah, I keep it classy, y'all. Real classy. And after watching this, I'm thinking it's probably best if I stop doing 2-page layouts because I work on both pages at the same time. And I can't keep both pages in the frame where you can see them both at the same time. I need to start setting myself up for success and not failure. All right, those are Stampin' Up! I believe they were called the Delicate Doilies. They're retired now. They were from the Occasions 2017 catalog. I don't know why they retired them because they are a gorgeous doily. One side's Whisper White, the other side's very vanilla, and they're so pretty. So I've cut those in half and I'm just adhering them to different places that I need a little extra something, but they're see-through. So they're not adding a whole lot of visual weight, they're just adding a little bit of depth and texture. Now the gold doilies you can get year-round. They're in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, and they come in a pack with gold and silver, and there's the 2 different sizes, and they're really pretty. I've got to try running them through with an embossing folder. I think they would be pretty awesome if I did that, but I haven't gotten around to doing that or needing to do that yet. But I have a feeling that, come Christmas time, it's going to happen. Oh yeah, it is. Now I love my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. It's pretty awesome. However, if you are looking to cut off only a sliver of something, you either use your scissors or you use a guillotine cutter. And that's one that I was given as a gift from my lovely sister-in-law, who is also into scrapbooking, and it really is quite wonderful, and I'm so very glad to have it, because there are some times where I'm just off a little bit and I need to cut just that little bit off, and if I try to do it with a regular trimmer, it's not going to be pretty. So there you saw my travel art kit, and I've got my micron pens in there. So I just grabbed the 01 micron pen, marker, whatever, and it's the smallest one because I'm writing to Ethan from mom on it, because these were mom's presents to him this year, and because it was the first year after me and my ex-husband, his father, and I split. So I'm glad that I was still able to do the Christmas morning tradition with him and all of that. So I want to commemorate those times too and keep as many of those traditions going as I can for as long as possible. He's now 13, so a lot of the traditions from when he was younger are no longer in effect because he's getting old and I can't continue to treat him like a baby. You can see sometimes I pop things up with dimensionals, and I am using the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals to do all of my popping up, both in the regular and the mini size. Now that is a tag kit that I got years ago. They're from K & Company. Is K & Company even still around? I don't know. I am so out of the game, aren't I? But it's okay because they are gorgeous. So they're chipboard. And they're fantastic. I love these. I used them to make Christmas cards when I got them. So I'm just going through all of the different tags and deciding which ones I want to use and where I want to use them. I mean, do you see the Santa Claus that's, up along the top? Like, that's a cute Santa. Like, I just want to squeeze his old cheeks. And so all of those gorgeous colors, and I'm just, layering up, auditioning them all over the page. And, it's just the things you find when you actually go through your stash. It's wonderful. Well, once I decided where everything was going to go, I, decided, okay, it's time to start adhering things. But first, we need to add something more. So I grabbed some vellum, and I'm like, yes, this is going to work. This is going to pop everything out. More torn edges. It's really going to work. So I'm going to adhere down all the tags. I'm going to add vellum to a couple different spots just to add that extra softness. I love vellum, and this is the vellum from Stampin' Up, and it's thicker. It's more like a cardstock weight, and I love that about it because it makes it a lot easier to work with. Like, I'm not afraid of how delicate it's going to be. So that makes it really nice. So you can see, like, I've been trying things out a lot, auditioning, lots of different things in lots of different places just to see what works best. And this is part of scrapbooking. Just, keep trying until you get something that you like. And oh, I just love this. Love the torn edges. I'm a fan. Big fan. And then, of course, no layout would be complete without, or actually any project that I'm doing lately, without some Nuvo drops. I am loving the Nuvo drops. Oh, I added some of the glitter drops in White Blizzard. Pretty sure I added some white and black ones too. Some glossy white and ebony black, just, you know, randomly throughout. The glitter drops, I'm finding they do dry pretty clear. It just adds some glitter, but I love them. They are so easy to work with, and they do not take forever to dry, and that is wonderful when you're crafting and you need to get on with your life. I'm just using my basic black Stampin' Right marker from Stampin' Up to do my journaling, and just a quick little message about keeping traditions alive for as long as possible, but it's all worth it when you see that smile, because he's clearly very happy about some of his presents. Like he's overjoyed. Like, it's wonderful, and that just makes it all worthwhile. Like, it puts a smile on your face and you're like, yes, I did good. And that is it for today's video. I am so pleased with how this layout turned out. And I've now got to go and put it in my scrapbook because it has a home now and the story's been told. And it's time to start looking forward and planning the next layout. So I hope this has inspired you to print out your photos and get scrappy with it. Here's a couple videos that might interest you. And visit my website and blog for more project ideas and inspiration, and to keep up to date on everything happening in the PixieCrafter world. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye!